this tutorial, I will be discussing the code/script widget. Now, the code script widget, this is used to enter any JavaScript code that you want to embed in a specific point of the website. It's located right down here. Now, once you create that widget, it's going to ask for that JavaScript code. And I'm not going to go into too much detail as far as JavaScript is concerned because that's not what this tutorial is about, but I will introduce the basics of the internet languages. Right over here, we have three main languages that make up the average website. The primary language is called HTML, also known as Hypertext Markup Language, and that is the core language that websites are built upon. And that's basically what is in a website and the content of a website. And that goes hand in hand with CSS, called Cascading Style Sheets. And that is what determines the look and the layout of a website, such as the fonts, the colors, the styles, and the positioning of that content. And that goes hand in hand with HTML. And there's also JavaScript, which is a third language, and that's used to add enhanced functionality onto a website and add more interactivity and extra features as well. So, like I said, we're not going to actually teach JavaScript coding today. We're just going to show how the widget works in our platform. Once you have created the widget, it's going to ask for that JavaScript code. You can type in your own code or you can copy some existing code. I have over here just some sample codes on this website used for demonstration purposes. This code right here, what this is going to do is it's going to generate the exact date. So if you were to copy this code and paste that into the code box for the widget and you save that, it'll now generate, that's the date that this video was filmed. And if you were to come in on a different day, that would then update to the current date. So that's what the JavaScript code does, is it's interactivity and extra functionality. We can also add the current time. So if I copy this full code and paste it into the box, it'll also show the time. So you don't have to make a new widget for each code that you want to paste. You can if you want to separate the widgets. However, as long as there's space in between the different codes when you save them, it'll put them right next to each other. So you see right there now is the current date and the current time. And you can do a whole lot with JavaScript. Once you learn what it is and how it works, it'll add a whole bunch of extra functionality to your website. We've also got one more I wanted to demonstrate. This here is going to refresh the page on the click of a button. So let's add this in a separate widget just so you can see it. You can separate them and space them out easier this way. Once you save this, it has now added that button and that code directly below. So if I refresh the page, you'll see it automatically refreshes that page once that button is pushed, and it generates a different number each time. And that is just some sample functionality of JavaScript. I encourage you to learn a little bit more about JavaScript as well as HTML and CSS if you don't already. Learning about how those work and at least just the basics would make building websites a lot easier. And once you know them, you can edit the code on your current website as well. And if you want to ever edit or add JavaScript, you would simply use the code script widget.